On 1st and 10, Darnold. Underneath for Miller. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Set.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They're not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Got three. Here we go. 47. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. He gets it to Humphries. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Detroit!
After the interception, here's Darnold. And he hits Herndon over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On second down, Darnold. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Set. Green, 39.
To throw is Darnold. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And now running right through him. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They begin with a run by Crowell. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90, blue 90.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Prescott on first down. Shrugs him off. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Prescott now on second down. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll bring up second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Adam Humphries, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Darnold going underneath for Crowell. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A first down throw, Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
On first down, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go now. 319. 319. Over.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Jets on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Darnold now to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. A give to Elliott. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go to Elliott again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Cooper's got it. There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 76 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. David Irving able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. Still going. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here we go, 46. 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Avery Williamson coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Prescott. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick here is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
New York set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Darnold. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 47. 26.
On play action, Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 48. Here we go. 47. 47. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Darnold. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now here come the Cowboys. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Prescott now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Here go 46. Here go.
Prescott off play action. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A 1st down carry now for Crowell. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Darnold. And a hit turned it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Darnold, and he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, we got. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start on the ground with Allen. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
That goes for a gain of 31. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not in it.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys add on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Miller. And he's he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. To throw is Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now a play fake here on first down. Letting one go deep for a noon walk. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Darnold from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
There we go, going to 53. There we go.
Oh, Prescott here to throw. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to float this one deep right side, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now it's Crowell, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. faking the give. Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused them.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. So Charles, her